Oh wait, no longer greatness has arrived. Welcome to episode 438 of the Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players. I'm your host Joseph, aka Mr. Badbit, and it is here where we chat about the latest, the greatest in all things PlayStation each and every week. Alongside me, the greatest co-host, whoever is, whoever will be, Mr. Kyle Stevenson. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. Not at all overwhelmed with the heat and everything that happened. That's going on today.
Honest to goodness, I don't expect a round of applause, but I do. As I was doing the intro, there was a random tab open that had the stream up, so I was hearing my voice twice over. Oh, I don't know if I made any sense in that intro, Kyle Stevenson.
I think you nailed it. I have no notes.
Goodness gracious. Alongside us, of course, the lightweight herself. Tegan, how you doing, girl?
Today is the first day that's been a good day this week, so
Yes.
I'm doing well. I fixed my computer. It is the first day in, I don't know, months that it hasn't crashed, so
Nice.
I'm very happy about that. And I was actually able to record 2 videos today. My daughter did not get sent home from school for being bad. We are winning.
There you go.
Let's go.
I was sent home, though. I'm so happy you're here. We missed you on last week's show, but now you're here.
I missed you guys too, and I would have much rather have been on there instead of pulling my hair out, fixing my computer, let me tell you.
That's fair.
But
what
worth
was the
it
problem?
now.
What was the problem, you know?
So I think there was a couple things going on, but the big one that was causing the crashing is I had a Windows update that I couldn't do for like months because every time I tried, it said that I had a piece of hardware that was not compatible with the update. My PC is a year old, so I knew that was bullshit.
Okay.
So I was like trying to figure it out and nobody had an answer. But a month ago on Reddit, thank you, Reddit, somebody said that apparently the company that owns my SSD card was purchased by SanDisk. And Windows was not playing nice with SanDisk now owning my SSD card. I don't know. So I had to go to the SanDisk website, download a bunch of stuff and update my firmware for all of my SSDs. And then I was able to do the update. But before I did that, I had to export everything off my computer because it had the potential of being erased. And that took forever because let me tell you, movie files are very large and take a long time to export to an external hard drive.
Oh my God, dude, I would have, listen, I don't like to brag, but I would have taken it to a genius or part of the squad.
It literally took me all
squad.
day. All day. I was working on it until 11:30 at night.
Kyle, do you have a problem with the Geek Squad?
I have a problem with you genuinely referring to the Apple Store people as geniuses.
Smarter than me.
That's why I'm laughing.
Got them.
You're telling me Apple gives them a title to make them sound smarter than they are?
They don't pass a test to get it.
They don't?
I don't think so.
That said, alongside us this week, as we rank the best PlayStation 5 indie games on the platform, we need a little bit of help, okay? Because, we got one of the co-founders and vice president of video games, 6-1 Indie fame, Mr. Kyle Stevenson here, but we needed more, okay? And that's why we brought the experts, Kate and Emily from No Small Games. How are you, gals?
Aw. Hi. We're doing great. I'm doing great. I don't want to speak for Emily. It's a good day over here. Yeah.
You know, you can always speak for me.
I love that. I love that about our
Blanket,
friendship.
just license.
So I would like to speak for both of us and say that we're very happy to be here. So thank you so much for having us.
Of course. I would like that type of friendship bond with Kyle and I, but I think Kyle knows better to allow me to speak for her.
We don't trust what you would say, Joe. That's the problem.
Correct.
Let me mute Kyle's mic. Let me speak for him. He's saying he loves and respects me, and he doesn't regret that I learned how to mute him.
Oh no.
Emily, how are you doing, girl?
I'm doing really well. I'm just so excited to be here. This
Yes.
is lovely. I've been looking forward to this for a while.
Same, likewise. Super excited to talk to y'all and to rank the top PlayStation or indie games on PlayStation 5, all that jazz. And it's just an excuse to have fun and to just create what I feel like are often silly lists that don't mean anything, but in the style of Shark Tank. So essentially, this is all through the eyes of a man that's seen approximately 3.5 episodes of Shark Tank in doctors' waiting rooms, mechanic lobbies, all that type of stuff. So all I know about this is we're trying to place our favorite indie games and sell and pitch our ideas as to why each indie game deserves to be at its rank where it is or where you would like it to be to the fellow hosts. So in order to how this show works is we each pick someone to come up, pitch their game to us, and if nobody says, hey, I'll bite, then we're passing it on to the next person. Or if someone's intrigued by the idea, you get to pitch them further and sell them at what place this game belongs to be on. And so with that said, before we get into it, and of course, thank our beautiful patrons over at patreon.com/pstrophyroom. My question for you guys is, and it's a loaded question, and Kyle, last time I asked him, he got wide-eyed. What is an indie game? I'll take it to Vice President of Video Games, Kyle Stevenson, first. Would Baldur's Gate 3 be considered an indie game because it's an independent studio, but it's a licensed title? So I want to know.
You're asking me first?
Yeah, I'm asking you first.
Yes, I would consider Larian to be independent.
Okay.
To me, indie games are yes, Light.
A follow-up question.
Yep.
So a game like this may or may not be on my list, but a game like Unravel, that's an independent studio, but also it was published by EA, which is very much not independent. Does that count or no?
Yes. Like, listen.
Asterisk.
It is such a weird question because indies are come in all shapes and sizes, and I'm sure our list is going to be all over the place with games that had a lot of money behind it and some that did not. To me, an independent game, an indie, is a studio that has a vision and they stick to their vision and they only answer to themselves and what they go for and what they're aiming for. That's kind of how I view it. But I know everyone is different, so that would be my answer.
Okay, I see you nodding along. Are you in agreement?
Well, yeah, yes and no. I feel like for me, indie sometimes is about the vibe that it makes me feel, similar to when I listen to indie rock music or any kind of indie music. And as someone that's like been gaming since 2021, I feel like for me, it's more about the feeling, and I look less into like the developer and publisher sometimes. I just feel like it's an indie. It's like, you know it when you see it, to get that special feeling.
No, I like that. I feel like I agree with that because to me, it's like Baldur's Gate, sure, independent studio, but that doesn't hit me with like, this is an indie thing where if I look at like something like a Bellatra, I'm like independent, single person, all that jazz. What about you, Emily? Are you also with it's about the vibe?
No, my take is that like I follow the money.
Okay.
And I so completely opposites, which is perfect, right? For our show. I think we bring a lot of different perspectives and different angles to this. But from my perspective, I think a lot of it has to do with the kind of process of producing the game. I think the question of like what do you do with indie games that like later get picked up like by an EA or a major publisher like that, like what do you do with that? I like to look at kind of the history of the studio or the history of how the game was made, but I also think that we tend to want to put things into these really discrete boxes. And I think it is such a spectrum. Like every game, every studio has its own history. And so we can kind of tease apart on a case-by-case basis what we think is true. But at the end of the day, every game's going to be a little bit different. And so I think on No Small Games, we tend to look for games that are, you know, not necessarily attached to a major publisher, at least like when they first kick off development, stuff like that. But I also agree that Baldur's Gate 3 is an indie game. Like, I think
it's
such a complicated question to answer.
Such a complicated question, because when you really, like, if you think about it, right, like Devolver's technically indie.
Yeah.
But they have a ton of money and publish a lot of games. Same thing with like Kepler. Like, if you nitty gritty down to it, is like they helped produce Claire Obscure. So like technically an indie. It's just it's everyone's definition is fine and works. It's just it's such a wide area.
Yeah.
Just like the indie games that we play are such a diverse style.
Yes.
I
love it.
Yeah, so we might see Expedition 33 on this list, Kyle Stevenson. You guys are nuts.
No.
All right, well, listen, before we get into it, one last thing. Emily, I almost forgot I'm a very bad host. Please tell us about No Small Games, because to lead you into this is legitimately, I don't listen to a lot of video game podcasts, right? But you guys are one that I tune in the most frequent because I just love your vibes. So please take it away. What's No Small Games, and where can people find you before we get right into it?
That's so sweet, Joe. That means the world to hear. So No Small Games, as you have gathered, probably is an indie game podcast. We primarily do deep dive reviews and recaps of one game per episode. We get really deep on it. From all genres, everything from cozy to horror, and just games of all shapes and sizes, all backgrounds. We try to cover the gamut. We also do monthly episodes where we talk about indie game news, all the new releases, all the demos that we're playing. Kate and I just really love to get together. We just love to get together and talk, but we especially love to talk about video games. So it's very conversational. It's meant to be a very welcoming space. So it means a lot that you've been enjoying listening.
Yeah, thank you for the kind words.
Of course. You guys are so also like inventive. Like, I was listening to the PAX episode a few months back, and just like hearing you guys, first off, being in the same room and then using the bowl for the mic blew my mind. Legitimately.
From the Airbnb, yeah.
Yeah. But like then just how you guys like brought it back to the developers and really just like focused in on them was so awesome. So yeah, please everybody go check out No Small Games. They're fan-freaking-tastic. And so yeah, please. All right, that said, let's go into the Patreon pitch. Of course, the reason why we look so good, sound so great is because of your generosity over at patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. We legitimately would not be here without your support. And so if you ever got you through a long car ride, a tough day at work, whatever your situation may be, it really does mean a lot if you toss a buck our way over at patreon.com/PS Trophy Room, and you get hundreds of hours of bonus content. Like, again, last week's show, I am educated on Spice Girl lore. I find out who my Spice Girl is, Scary Spice, obviously, and all that good stuff. I can't wait to talk about what we're going to talk about at this Patreon show, because I don't know what a Labubu is. I don't even know if I said it right, but I want to know.
Consider yourself lucky, Joe.
I want to know what a Labubu is, and that's how I'm going to lead in this Patreon episode. That said, I want to thank our newest members, Brett Griffin at the bronze tier, R. Lee Upper 90 at the silver tier, Caleb Cook at the platinum tier, our premium producers, Todd Burowitz and Toxic, and of course, K-Rock's Kiddo Cullen. A little, like, asterisk here, right here at Cullen. Cullen, the little kiddo fighting leukemia, he is up for Toddler of the Year. Link in the description to that. You get to vote for free, and you get to vote, I think, like every day. And if you feel incredibly generous, forget Patreon this month. Go toss $5 that way. It gives you even more votes over there to make sure Kiddo Cullen wins, because if he wins, he gets $25,000 paid medical stuffs. So Kiddo Cullen, amazing human being, love him so much. Pins up there. Go support the kiddo. And Cullen, go kick cancer's ass. Go for it, my friend. Platinum producers, JC, Jedi Master Ren, Cowboy Danger D, Jonas Young, The Green Gorilla Gamer, Chaotic Monkey, Ryuko Kill 90, Stephen Flesh, Shroobles and Bits, A. Aaron, Bertos Maximus, Tommy, Chris, Hybrid 748, Matt Valdez, Silkenet, Decimine, Mitchell Gramling, Mike Thomas, and The Enchanted Goat. Our gold members, Cypher Primuth, Doss Simon the Pie Man, Jesse Garcia, JB the Purple Monkey, Hide Indoors, Katie. I hit my place. Oh no. There it is. There's the notes. Kevin Mitchell, Kevin Diaz, Marcus O'Neill, The Red Arrow, Aegis Hermit, Androsaur, Astronaut Jr., The Winter Gamer, Stingray X, Robbie Bobby Miller himself, Brenton Zachary, Final Fan XZ, Hambone, JD Dillinger, Stone Cold E.T., Tino Six Speed, and Johnson, Sean McKenzie, Rick Arrington, Solo, Matthew King, Duh Overlord, Dwane Raksha, Drellish, Rick Davis, Steph Mildener, Samuel Nestling, Maximum Carnage, Michael Hassett, Drug Prowling Wolf, Manix Visia, Jazz and Bren, Tristan Wonderland, Battered Haddock, and the Lord Commander. Sonny, thank you all so much for your generosity. And Kyle Stevenson, our YouTube members, you have that list?
Of course I do. Also, like, whenever you do that, Joe,
What's that?
breathe. You
Well,
go so fast. Sometimes I think you forget to breathe.
honestly, this week I went fast because the notes are in a different doc this time, and
Oh,
it's a white background. It was kind of tricking my brain, so I was going off of memory.
Sure.
Humble.
Shout out to our YouTube members: Tommy, Shrivels and Bits, Pops Arcade, The Kush Completionist, Freight Conductor, Jonathan Kelly, Todd Oxter, Cody, Soul Cannon, Alex Smith, NES Encyclopedia, The Ruham, Don Knox, Ran Marrow, Hita Silverlight, and Nisa Hauer. Go become a YouTube member, get a cool little trophy next to your name, and become green in chat.
Ooh.
Cool.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. That said, it's time to get into it. It's time to square up the list. And I don't want to put our guests on the hot seat just yet. I want to scare them off.
I'm nervous.
So I'm going to go with the man that came in. So he goes, I don't.
Whoa,
the
whoa,
list
whoa, whoa, whoa.
don't need it.
No, no,
What's that?
no, no, no.
You
This
don't wanna
was
go,
your
Connor?
idea. You go first.
Yeah. Well, like, what do we also housekeeping question for you? Are you going to be writing down the list of, because we're placing them at a top 10, correct?
Right. Oh, that'd be, you know what? A competent host would do that. So that's what I shall do. I'm going to put it in the notes right here.
Remember that when you mute me next time, okay?
Listen, I was speaking for you. My bad. Sometimes I mess up. All right. That said, I've seen Shark Tank numerous times, 3.5. I just found out Ryan Seacrest is a part of the show, so I think I confused one of those episodes with American Idol. But what I do know,
Are we gonna sing for our indies?
I'm about to, is I know that they greet everybody with "Hello, Sharks." So, hello, Sharks.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
hi.
Hello.
Also, instead of buzzards, you can't just go. I can't. So we'll raise our hand if you're
Shark Tank does
interested.
not have buzzers.
They don't have buzzards.
What show have you been watching, Joe?
I don't know, man.
Are you thinking of The Voice when they turn around their chairs?
I don't know,
Should
man.
we all turn around and then
Yeah.
turn around?
We only turn when we're interested.
Wait, isn't that the voice?
Yeah. I'm familiar with that one, not really Shark
Oh,
Tank.
man. Can I get bedroom for 800, Alex? I think that's Family Feud. All right. Okay, fine. I'm gonna go with. So I'm gonna go high on this rank list. Okay. I'm not gonna shoot for the number one spot. I think it's outrageous. I wouldn't do that. So Sharks, today I come to you, a humble man, with I think a game we could all get behind. That game is Hades, made by Supermassive. This is a game that made me fall in love with the roguelite genre, with a story that's so compelling, where it's like, yeah, these are gods, but at the end of the day, it's about a father and son relationship, and mixed with how every time you enter a battle, everything's going to be somewhat different. And even the bosses that you encounter change over time, and the narrative changes as you fail, making failure not so much something that is, punishing or failing. It's actually something that helps you progress and you learn. And I love when games teach you hard lessons and you overcome them by your skill. And that's what Hades does such a good job of. And also, that combat is just second to none. And last but not least, I don't want to win everybody over here. Everybody's hot. Every
Good point.
single person.
Good point.
It's crazy, dude. Even the tree. Remember the tree? Oh, is she oak? I hope so. That's why I think Hades belongs at number
Yeah.
3 on the list.
Whoa.
Yeah, number 3. Shooting high. I'm hoping I'm shooting straight. Sharks, do I have a sale somewhere at the top 3? Sullen silence. Sullen silence? No
I
one's
feel like
saying
not
yes.
for 3. Not for 3, but definitely like I'm interested, you know?
Okay. I know this is how Shark Tank works. Okay,
Is
Mark
it?
Cuban. What?
Can we just put 10 down and then rank them after? Because I want to hear the other options too. What if we put it at
I'm struggling
Ooh.
with that as well. Yeah.
3
Okay.
and then I'm like, wait, but there's more that I like better.
That's true. So could we put this on the list? Could we put it somewhere in the top 10? Would you allow this?
And for that
Okay.
reason, Joe, I'm out. No, I'm just kidding. Yes.
God, that's
You've
all-
seen the show. You've seen
You've
Shark
seen the
Tank.
show more than me.
I've seen it on TikTok. I've seen the clips.
I think that's where I got it from. All right. So Hades has made the list of best.
Emily, I feel like Emily was going to say something. Like, I feel like I saw
Please.
her hesitate.
I mean, I don't want to. I do think that Hades belongs on the list
Okay.
of top 10. I am wondering though, as a top 10 list of indies to get on PlayStation,
Yes.
if you have, as somebody who's played a lot of Hades handheld
Okay.
Mm.
on my Switch / Steam Deck, why would I also want to make sure I have it available on my PlayStation?
That's a great question.
It's a great point. And to add to
Yes.
that,
Okay.
PlayStation was the very last console that Hades came to.
Shame.
It came to Xbox.
For
first?
shame.
It was like a
Mm.
year after Xbox, and then
Mm,
even Switch was after
okay.
PC. So
Who's got the bell of shame? Ring it.
just
That's me.
saying,
It's me right here.
Hades is incredible. I love it
Yeah.
very much. But when I think Hades,
Mm,
I don't tie it directly to a PlayStation indie type.
Okay.
In
okay,
Hades'
that's-
defense, I
yeah.
don't think any of my indies, I really think of PlayStation when I think of the indies.
That is totally fair. I'm just giving
Yeah,
him a
I
hard
didn't
time,
even
Mike.
think
I'm just
about
giving him a
this.
hard time.
Remember
for
about the mute
me-
button, Kyle. Yes.
I know that Hades is pretty much loved by everybody. That is just not a me game. I did
Mm.
not understand that style. I stunk at it and I did not make any progress. It was the same thing with like blueprints, like that whole like you restart and you go again. I'm just real bad at that. So
Mm.
I struggle with it because I'm like, "Ugh, I didn't like Hades, but that's just because it's not a me game. I understand why people love it because the art is really cool. I do know it has a compelling story and the combat is fun for people who like that. So I'm okay if it's on the list, but I don't want to put it high because it's not a me game at all.
Okay.
Mm.
okay.
I'm right there with you, Light. I feel pretty much the exact same way, but there are hot people in it, so I'll allow it.
Yeah.
I mean, what's his name? Zag, right? Zag? Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, no, I listen, I think you all made great points why Hades shouldn't be as high. So I will take that it's on the list somewhere. I would argue though, that with Hades coming to PlayStation, there was a cool little dual sense features that went along with it. So it made it a more tailored experience for PlayStation gamers. Also, listen, shout out to my beloved PlayStation Portal. It's out there. You can play it on the go. And in the trophy room halls, the Switch is the Vita too. So that's my defense. That said, all right, Hades is on the list. Nowhere near as high as I thought. That's crazy. Now, Kate, you're in the hot seat.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, awesome. So I feel like, I don't know, looking at my list, do I need to say like which number I feel like my pick should be, or should I just throw it out there as like, what do y'all think about it?
You know what? Let's throw it out there and then we'll rank them at the end.
Okay, that sounds
Yeah.
good. So I gotta say, I feel like Firewatch to me is a classic indie game. I feel like you come for the beautiful and hyper realistic imagery of the nature, the thrilling mystery, but then you stay for like the best depiction of tension in the workplace between two coworkers. And I feel like it just has a lot to offer visually, great story. And yeah, I don't know. I think it's in my mind is a very classic indie game that is beloved by all kinds of gamers of that like all kinds of genres.
I like that. And the thing that has me intrigued as a PlayStation guy, Kyle, I want to defer to you with this. Firewatch, when I think of Firewatch, I'm thinking PlayStation, early PlayStation 4, maybe even late PlayStation 3 generations. Like this was one of the like what remains of Edith Finch type of games, right? Kyle Stevenson.
Tomato.
Okay.
Because, like, to be fair, Joe, I would think Hades is a PS4 game as well.
Oh no, but I'm talking like it hits me in the PlayStation feels. Like this deserves to be here.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, it 100% deserves to be here.
Yeah.
Or at least where we are in the list building process.
Okay.
Firewatch is fantastic. I've never finished it, but man, the vibes are immaculate. That is the type of narrative story that I'm super into.
Okay. So, Light, Kate, or sorry, M, what do you guys think? Does it belong here?
I'm a big fan of Firewatch. I really enjoyed, honestly, like the feel of just walking through the woods. I think it's got a lot of great nature scenery. Kate, could you tell the people about the experience
oh my gosh, yes.
of exploring nature in Firewatch?
Yeah, I just feel like it's like you'll come upon lots of items and mysteries and kind of reveals information to you over time about the story, but it's all taking place in this like very beautiful, picturesque wilderness with like really realistic and beautiful imagery of forests and lakes and fire. And it has this beautiful fire tower of which you spend a lot of time, and you're sort of spending your days. The only person you can talk to is your coworker, whose name is Delilah, who is on the other side of a walkie-talkie. And you sort of become close, and you have this like complicated workplace relationship with these like flirty undertones. So this game is really like ticking a lot of boxes for me, just like visually, but also mystery and relationship wise, character wise. So hopefully that helps explain it a little bit.
I'm sorry, like I know I forgot you talked a little bit about this. Anything you want to elaborate or throw a question out there for Kate?
No, I'm okay with this being on the list. This is actually one that's been in my backlog that I've been wanting to play for a really long time. And I don't think I've heard a single person who hasn't loved it who's played it. So I'm definitely okay with it being on this list for now.
Yeah. And for anybody listening that's interested, heavy vibes, but it's a good time from what I remember. Excellent voice acting.
It's just a shame that we'll never see their Valley of the Gods game.
Yeah. Thank you, Valve. That said, Kyle Stevenson.
Shame.
What do you think belongs on this list?
Hi, Sharks.
Hello.
Hello.
Have you heard of cards?
No,
like as a concept.
That's just like as a concept, right? What if we took cards and put a twist on it? So what is it, like a solitaire game? It's not like a poker game even per se. It's something more. So what if we add some horror, creepy stuff going on?
Oh,
I'm listening.
What if we add that there's like actual real world stuff that you can find that adds to the narrative in this game? Of course, I'm talking about Inscription. Inscription opened my eyes to a genre that I previously kind of put to the side as like, that's not a Kyle game. I don't like playing cards in games per se, but the world building, the vibes, the horror, how every single moment you progress in Inscription, it keeps adding to the mechanics and having to relearn as you go with different decks and making sure you know what cards to use at the right times. Inscription is one of the best indies that you can play on a PlayStation 5, and I think it deserves to be on this top 10 list.
Good feeling. I'm out. I thought it was Balatro, and I feel lied to.
That was the point.
Immediately out. I thought it was Balatro too, but I think I'm down. I'm down for this on the list.
All right.
Kyle, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I've heard of Inscription. I don't
Yep.
know anything about it, but you honestly could, the joke of like, sell me this pen. You would
Yeah.
have just sold me a pen just then, because you sold me on this game.
Light, it is incredible. It's creepy, I will say, because I know you're not a
Are there
scary-
clowns? Listen,
Ooh, are there
certain
clowns?
scary things don't scare me. Things that aren't supposed to be scary,
Are
like
there
clowns or
clowns?
puppets, those scare me.
Hmm.
Things that are actually scary don't scare me.
It's been a minute. I can't remember if there's a clown or not. So
I think there's weird like things that pop up at you. They're like close. Like I think they're on clown level. They make me uneasy.
Listen,
I don't
played through
recall like
Outlast.
an
I think I can
explicit
handle that.
clown. I feel like
Yeah.
I would remember a clown.
Yeah, Emily would remember, and I don't think there
I
is
remember
one.
every clown that
Okay.
crosses my path. I
Fair
don't
enough.
remember any. I'm also
Still
very afraid
canon.
of clowns.
still canon.
I'm a
that
call.
Confirms no clown or puppets.
I
Okay,
appreciate
nope,
all the
very good.
clown and puppet hate. I appreciate it.
That's fair. Emily, what do you think Inscription belongs on this list?
I do. I think it's this year in particular, we're seeing so many Inscription likes. Like it is
Mhm.
clearly so iconic in a way that Balatro is, that it sort of sparked a micro genre. And I think for that reason it belongs on the list.
Heck yes. So Inscription stays. There you go.
What happens
Emily?
if we want to keep all of the games?
I
That's
know.
what I'm worried about. I'm worried. It's not
They're
looking
all
good.
so good.
we got to pick our favorite kids, you know. Mine's is Light. Em, I go to you. I don't know why I like shit on cop. No, you're both my favorite. I love you both. Emily.
Okay. I have one that I feel like I might need to sell a little extra for y'all, but I do think it belongs on this list.
Okay.
I think that 2021 brought us a like direct to PlayStation indie release that is one of the best gateway indies for your friends who tell you they don't like or play indie games.
Ooh.
That game is Kena Bridge of Spirits.
Mm.
This is a gorgeous game with extremely polished and rewarding combat that looks and feels like a AAA game, but was brought to you by a team primarily composed of two brothers working together, working through all kinds of adverse situations because of the pandemic. Kena Bridge of Spirits brings obviously like a lot of action, but also cute moments. We've got some like little Disney style cuties.
They're rot.
We've got the rot. They're so cute. They can wear hats. You've also got a really touching and like very profound story that it tells. So I think that any friend who tells you they don't play indie games because whatever they see them as lower quality than AAA games is going to be really hard pressed to continue to tell you that after playing Kena Bridge of Spirits.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
It's a great sell.
Yeah. I'll take that for $1. I'll
I'm
put a
buying.
14% investment in. Yeah. Perfect. No notes.
So specific. 14%.
Yeah, 14% stake, you know. No, God, that was such a perfect sell because like Kyle and I, like we wax poetic on Kena all the time. Like, what say you? Final verdict here.
Absolutely on the list. So I didn't play through the story of this because I was going through a loss at the time and I knew the story was not going to be for me at that moment. But I did help my husband after he played the story. I collected all the rest of the rot because I loved the music. I loved the little rots. I loved their hats. So I did all like the collecting afterwards, but I haven't played through the story myself, which I've been meaning to. I really do want to do that. But I am in love with that game, even without playing through the story. So it absolutely deserves to be on the list.
And so it is.
Yeah.
Also,
Love it.
Ember Labs, where you at? I want more.
Where you at?
Mhm.
That said, T, you're up. What is one game you think belongs on this list?
So I'm struggling. Do I go with like an obvious one, or do I go with one that's a little bit more obscure?
Honestly, as
Less
long as
Oh,
you
obvious.
greet us as
Am
sharks, I don't
is
care.
that like nudge, nudge, wink, wink by saying obscure?
Wait, what? Whoa.
That is on my list, but I wasn't going to
Okay,
start with that
okay.
one. I think I'm going to start with an obvious one.
Okay.
No, I take it back. Okay, we have two guys. Okay, how many of you like history?
I like
have
It's
history.
a new
like,
passion of
lovers in
mine. New.
All right.
Yeah.
And were you familiar with the TikTok trend of it's my Roman Empire? You think about it every day.
Mhm.
Well, what if this game actually is about the Roman Empire, but
Ooh.
steeped in mystery? You travel back in time, and all of a sudden, you're in ancient Rome. You don't know why. You don't know how. You don't know what's going on. But at the end of every day, you wake up and start that day over again. And you're trying to solve a mystery of how you got there and how the heck to get out. This game is The Forgotten City. And it is basically a story where you restart the day just like you do with like Hades or any of those types of games that you guys were talking about that you like. It's got beautiful artwork. And this is one of the very, very few times where I actually did not see where the story was going. And it had a twist that I was not expecting, which is really hard for me because typically I can call that stuff out. So I loved it. There's not really combat per se that I can remember. It's more so puzzles and exploration and finding clues and discovering what's going on. And you have until basically the world ends of that day to put all those pieces together and figure out how you got there and how to get out.
Hmm.
Oh my god.
I'm
You sold me a
unfamiliar.
Roman Empire.
So I completely forgot about this game until you just said it, and it's a game that I've always wanted to play. Correct me if I'm wrong. This started as a Skyrim mod, correct?
Yes. Yep.
And then it became its own thing,
It's
which
it.
is awesome.
It's it.
So lightweight coded.
I actually forgot that until you just asked, and I was like, "Wait, yes, that is exactly it." Yep, it was like a mod add-on for Skyrim, and people loved it so much that they broke it off and made it its own unique experience.
From
So
what I hear, this is just a really special game.
mhm.
I will say, and I'm gonna make a declaration. There may be another puzzle game that lands on this list, but there can only be one.
Oh, I've got like 3 more puzzle games on my list, so that's a problem.
It's probably for me. I'm wrong
So
most of the time.
on your top 10 list, Joe, you can only have one of each genre?
No, just a rule that I put in my head. I'm gonna know 3 of these and
okay.
yay one
Okay.
of them. So I'm a tentative in. What about you, Emily?
This is one of the games that has been most like frequently and like emphatically recommended to me, and I still haven't played it yet. But everything I've heard is that this is one of the best time loop games out there. So I'm inclined to say yes.
All right. I love it. I love to see it. That said, Forgotten City, it's here for now. For now.
So ominous.
For now.
So Mr. Joe, what is your next pick then, sir?
Man, you guys are here's what I've come to grips with, man. You guys are so much better at this than me, and this was my idea, you know? Because I was like, oh, maybe I do Vampire Survivors next, but then it's like, that's
I'll
not
back
really
that.
a PlayStation game. Oh, you back that game? Oh, maybe it comes back. I planted it twice. But like, when I think of Vampire Survivors, I do think of it being on PC. I do think of the Game Pass deal. It's not something that originally comes to mind when I'm thinking, yeah, like PlayStation. I want to speak on a game that I personally love that got me into indie games. And it's another roguelike. Shit, I got too many of these. Dead Cells. I just want to give a good shout out to these guys and gals over there that made such a special game that made me view indie games differently. As I was such a AAA snob back in the day, this game's just core gameplay loop just hooked me so well that it's one of those games that I've bought it on every single platform that I own. It's a game I originally played on my Switch, admittedly, but then I immediately picked up on my PlayStation, and then it's also on my Steam Deck. This game just follows me everywhere, and they keep supporting it with some amazing DLC, like the Dead Cells with Castlevania crossover. Love this game so much. I think it belongs on this list.
Mm.
Sharks, what do you think? You can say no. You could quad
For now.
Listen, you could. For now.
Yeah, the only reason I say that is I have one game that might want to replace that with. That I'm gonna hold in my pocket.
All right.
To be fair, we could just put all of them on, and then when we get to the next one, we can decide if we want to eliminate and replace.
No, that's why I automatically put it
Yeah.
on, because we're gonna fill up the 10, and then we can.
Okay.
And then we're gonna replace, and
like
it's gonna be
that.
battle.
Ooh,
Okay.
I like this. Okay.
Mm.
All right, Sharks.
Mhm.
All right, Emily, Kate, what say you?
I'm honestly not super familiar, but I've heard that it's amazing and iconic. So I don't know.
You're right.
I don't have an
Emily?
argument
now.
against it. Yeah, for
Yeah.
now is
For
good.
now. Yeah.
All right, for now. Fair enough. I forgot. I go to Kate that this is like, I want cozy games. I'm like, what about like one that's a bloodbath? Really violent. All right. Kate, we go to you next. I think if memory holds
Okay.
right. So, what game belongs on this list?
I'm gonna pick one that came to PlayStation 5 recently, like in the past year. It is called Sayonara Wild Hearts by Samogo. I just feel like it's very important to play this game on a big TV with a great sound system. So I feel like for that reason, it belongs on this list. And I wasn't really thinking about how I wanted the list to be well-rounded, but now I'm kind of thinking that maybe I do. So I feel like we need something on here for the indie pop lovers, for the
this.
gays, for the bisexual lighting. So I think that Sayonara Wild Hearts ticks a lot of these boxes. It's just straight up joyful. For those that aren't familiar, it is basically structured where each level is a different song, and you're going to play through the whole album. And it's just, the vibes are amazing. The music is great. One of the earlier indie games that I played, and I played through the whole thing in one sitting. So I think it's really cool that it's on PS5, and I do think it's also a great gateway into indie games because it's a one-button game, so you can kind of just like pick it up and get going and enjoy some really good music while you're at it. So I feel like it belongs on the list.
Yeah. Likewise, I think a lot of the conversation, for me, everybody that like was talking about it was in that PlayStation ecosystem at the time. So I agree. I think Sayonara Wild Hearts is here, and I know Light is a big fan of bisexual panic. So yeah, we're gonna get that on a shirt.
That makes two of us, yeah.
It was.
I like
I'll
it.
tell you, Kate. That was on my list, so I'm glad you
Yes,
brought it up.
awesome.
Sayonara is one of my favorite experiences in all.
Mm.
So it definitely deserves to be up here.
Excellent. We're all in
Also,
agreement.
shout out to Queen Latifah for being a voice in that game.
Is
So
she-
good.
is she
yes.
really?
Yeah,
That's so random. I
Yeah.
love that.
All right. Okay.
Such
She's
a great
like the-
surprise.
narrator, right?
Mhm,
Or yeah,
No way. Okay. Hot dang. Kyle Stevenson, you're up next, bud. What do you think belongs on this list?
hi Sharks. How are we?
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello again.
I'm going to start that every single time. Just so you
Please.
know. It's the middle of the summer,
Of course.
right? We don't want to go outside too much. But
Never.
the thing that I would love is to jump in a pool of water. I want to cool off. I want to go swimming. This game is not that. I don't know why I said that. I'm just trying to find a bridge to water. Power Wash Simulator deserves a spot on this list. Think about a game that is nothing but power washing objects in rooms and the satisfaction of getting 100% and wiping all the grime away with different nozzles, different water pressure.
Mm.
There's something so oddly satisfying that if there was ever to be, because I feel like blank simulator is such a huge genre in indie games, and a lot of
Sure.
them do it not well at all. The fact that they just hit the nail out of the park with a power wash simulator is awesome. And if you really want it to be more than a just power washing game, there's a hint, a little something creepy going on with those gnomes in there if you pay attention to the lore in the game.
Okay.
and all the cool DLC of like one of my favorite games of all time. There you can clean Final Fantasy VII Midgar and the bike, and I believe the DeLorean is in there now. I think you can
right.
go to Bikini Bottom and SpongeBob and clean the house there. Like, it's such a cool little collaboration with other IP and such a simple yet so satisfying game. So Power Wash Simulator.
Yay, huge yay. Kyle, I feel like I'm your partner that stands behind you with the apron on. Like, I really believe in this with you. Please put this game on here.
I
Have you
just
guys
started
played this
playing
game?
it. I just started
Yes.
playing it last week, I think, or when we had the sale, and I bought it on the sale like a couple days after that, and I've been obsessed. It's been great for my mental health because instead of doom scrolling on TikTok, I am now power washing instead.
Yeah.
Nice.
It sounds mundane, maybe it is, but it just feels nice, you know? God, it's gracious.
I'm afraid at Kyle's ability to sell me on anything. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm down. Sure.
Seriously.
Have you heard of cocaine?
No, I took Dare, Kyle.
Whoa, let's hear him out. Let's hear him out on this.
Tear him out.
Emily,
Yes.
what say you? What game do you feel like belongs on this list? Because Power Wash Simulator, I feel like we could put that number one right now. So Emily, what say you? What's the next game that belongs on this list?
Okay. Here's one that might be a tough sell, but I think
Okay.
belongs. So I think that among AAA games, there's a lot of consensus around what the the iconic horror titles are in horror gaming history. I think that we're still developing that set of truly iconic horror games among indie games right now. There are a lot of indie horror titles, and many of them are really great, but we haven't we haven't all come to agreement on this.
I'm liking where this is going.
And I think we need more horror on this list, personally.
Yeah.
I think that last year brought us a horror game that can stand the test of time because it has an incredible story, very well crafted and also very heartfelt. Really brings like the tension, the fear to the gaming experience, but does not it's not going to hit you with jump scares, and it's meant for a wide variety of audiences. So this is a great option if instead of a horror movie night, you want to bring the family together, you want to bring a bunch of your friends together and have a horror game night and all be able to participate. And even the squeamish ones will still probably be able to handle this and get something out of the fear experience. You've got Fear the Spotlight from Cozy Game Pals. This was a brilliantly well told story. It's so new, but I feel really confident that this could wind up being one of the like iconic indies that stands the test of time among the horror titles.
I love this. Was that one of the first Blumhouse games that was published, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was Kyle. What was it about it? It was like it was so good that Blumhouse gave them more money or something like that.
So it was a game that was already out there and released, and you could play it. And then Blumhouse like, hey, we really like this. What if we give you more money to add to it? And then they took it down and then added more to the game.
Okay.
I love Fear the Spotlight. I agree with everything Em is saying. That story blew me away last year. The quote unquote twist to it that I don't think a lot of people know about in that game was really, really fun to see. And as much as I love before the twist, I put in air quotes, I don't want to spoil it because I want people to experience it. As much as I love that, the after the twist part, I love that story so much. It's so good. It's so good.
All right. Lightweight T. What's your game you'd like to sell us here?
So this one is going to be a little bit more of an obvious one, but I'd like you to picture classic Disney movies. I'm talking the original animated Snow White, Peter Pan, those classics when you think that art style. This game has that same art style mixed with amazing music, and it's so good. It took the world by storm and got a TV show. And that game is Cuphead. So Cuphead is brutal. It is a game that looks like it would be a kid's game, but when you play it, it kicks your ass. And it is beautiful. The backdrops, the set pieces, it's on paper a simple game. You're basically only pressing a couple buttons, one to shoot, one to jump, one to dash. But the bosses are challenging, the levels are challenging, and the replayability is really good because there's different ways you can play the levels if you want to try to go a no-hit run without killing anything, or like a 100% run, that sort of thing. And it actually like has a cute little story. It has little things you can discover along the way. And it just has charm and it has heart, and I absolutely adore it. Well, also want to scream at it and pull my hair out.
Great music. Great music too.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, before Kyle jumps in, I do want to say, yes, this came to Xbox first, but dude, it's so good. Like, it's so good.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Okay, good. You're right. It's so brutal. It's so difficult, but man, is it so rewarding.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, Cuphead.
It's also at that level of like so many other developers are trying to emulate what they nailed.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like iconic for that reason.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Now, Emily, Kate,
Mhm.
do you guys have any thoughts on this? Cuphead belongs here.
It's on my short list as well.
Yes.
So
All right.
I'm already sold. I think it's got great co-op too.
Yes.
Which I think is a great console experience.
I've only played it in co-op, and that's the only way I'm going to play it, and I do like it.
It's actually a lot more challenging in co-op too, because I'm always finding myself looking at the wrong character. Like I tried to
that's
play with my
real.
husband in co-op, and all of a sudden I was like dead, and I was like, wait, how did I die? Because I was looking at Cuphead and not Mugman, or vice versa.
So
I love
real.
this. Okay. I got a question for you guys. Would you like to do one more round of games that we would recommend, or do you want to start picking apart this list, adding games that you think belong on this list and replacing others with? Are we getting to the Hunger Games part of it?
I would
the
like
show?
to petition.
Okay.
We do a round or two, bringing new games, and then argue what games they would replace on the list.
Okay.
Mhm.
I like that.
So, Kyle Stevenson, would you like to usher in this segment?
Oh, I see how it is. You want to skip your turn.
No,
So you don't have to do it.
Truly, I was trying to hide the fact that I didn't quite get what you were spitting, so I wanted to see how you did it first, and then just
We just
follow
have
along.
a lot more. I have 14 other games.
Yeah, I got it.
We need to
Fair
share
enough.
more games somehow.
All right, no, I can go first, Joe. I can.
Yeah,
We can
please.
switch up the order.
Yeah.
Hi, Sharks. How are we?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I've held this one back because this one means a lot to me. So this is an emotional pick. It's a game that is brutal in gameplay, and it's not everyone's cup of tea. But it was a game that I was playing simply just because of the gameplay and the platforming elements, and was not expecting a narrative that helped me realize that how to deal with my anxiety and own insecurities and whatnot as I was playing. Celeste is a modern marvel of games. The platforming is tight and challenging, but fair as well. It teaches you how to do it. The restarts are super quick, so if you are ever getting frustrated, you know that you'll get another shot super soon. They've added some wonderful accessibility options where you can give yourself extra boost or unlimited boost if you just want to experience the story and get to the top and collect strawberries to make a pie for your grandmother. The game is truly beautiful. Talk about the music. Oh my God, Kate, I know you love video game soundtracks. Oh my God, Celeste is
So good.
peak, I would say, as the kids say. It's peak.
It's peak.
Yes, I think Celeste belongs on this list. And on this list, a game that I would like to replace it with. Joe, I'm sorry. I think Dead Cells has got to go for Celeste.
That's fair. And because our friendship means so much. It hurts, but
I
It's
don't
not
like how
You?
I don't like how easily he took that. I feel like that's going to come back to bite us in the end.
Oh yeah, no, he's coming for he's coming for one of ours.
That answer.
no. I mean, my heart kind of melted with it. I knew, like, I was truly wondering when Celeste was gonna be talked about, because like I know how much that game means to him. So yeah, no, it's all right. We're friends.
It's a great game. It is a classic.
Yeah, don't worry, Kyle. We're friends for now. It's on the list. It replaces Dead Cells.
If that's okay with the rest of the Sharks here.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played either, so fine with me.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I did fuck up this order. I'll go with me next because I don't want to cause a hubbub, and then we'll get back to the regular order of things. All right, gang. This is a game that I legitimately put 157 hours into just on PlayStation alone. Yes, it came out last year. Yes, you could play it on PlayStation Plus.
Here we go.
And yes, it is the superb and superior card game, but that's not what I'm going to replace it with. Don't worry.
Oh, wow.
Balatro is genuinely, when people go, oh, a 10 out of 10, it means it's a masterpiece. No game's perfect. Honestly, Balatro might be perfect. Its gameplay loop is so gosh darn addicting. I can't stop just going, all right, you know what? One more round. Okay, you know what? I failed there. One more round. Whether it's a long train ride or a long plane ride, or I'm just in my car and I got 5 minutes to kill, I plug in Balatro and time just melts away. And yes, there is a scary clown. But if we could get past the Ben Starr clown, if we could get past Jimbo and just understand he has a heart, well, he's kind of a piece of shit. Well, okay, he's a guy, and he's working through things just like how we are. But there's just truly no better game out there for me, and that's why, looking at everything here, I'm gonna replace. You know what? This is where it gets real difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Could we?
I'm so
We do a
stressed.
top 20 list.
Sharks, would you be upset if I said? Oh, I don't want to say Hades, but Hades. You guys made a really compelling argument back before where it's like, is it really PlayStation as the last platform? And like Hades 2, it's going to premiere on Nintendo Switch. It's not even going to come to PlayStation first. So now I feel betrayed by the hotties, Good.
I mean, you're the one that said it. So if you want to take off your own game, who are we to stop you?
All right, fair enough. Sharks, I made a mistake. Balatro, let's go.
I support it.
Balatro.
I'm going to say it right now for anyone being mad at the comments, watching this video, or driving on the way home. Joe and I once did a top 10 list for a Patreon show where we had to rank the best first-party PlayStation games. And the way that Joe had it set up was like there was one veto or something like that. So essentially, Infamous Second Son was the best PlayStation game of all time. And it knocked out The Last of Us. So if you want to know how we're doing with our top 10s here, it's chaotic. It's all good fun. Don't let anyone yuck your yum. It's
the whole point of it is that lists are dumb, but they're good fun. And that's the whole point. That said, Kate.
Yes.
All right.
Oh man, I have a stomach ache right now. I'm so scared. I don't know. I feel like I went in strong with two that I thought really belonged on the list, but hear me out. I don't know what I'm going to replace this with yet, but I want to give a moment to Dredge, because Dredge, I feel like, has a really solid gameplay loop. It's ticking a lot of boxes. It's got something for the cozy game enjoyers like myself, but also people that like horror, which is also like me. But I feel like it just has a lot to offer. Really awesome fishing mechanics. Probably my favorite fishing mechanic in any game that I've played. We've got the Lovecraftian horror vibes. And just for collectors too, like the amount of things you can collect in this game is absolutely wild. Really fantastical creatures and beautiful environments to encounter. And I feel like Dredge was so hyped, and I do feel like the hype is deserved. I would love to I don't know what I want to replace it with. Maybe
Take no prisoners, Kate.
No hard feelings. No hard feelings on this list.
no, it's true. It's fine. This is good for me, actually. I'm building character and confidence right now. I feel like we could maybe replace it with Inscription. I don't know. Just going for another horror pick. I know it's a bold choice, but that's what I'm going with.
Kate, I'm just gonna say this. First off, I'm the Mark Cuban shark. I don't like the bald guy. He gives me the ick. I don't like him.
Is it that he calls himself Mr. Wonderful? Because I agree. It's weird.
Does he really?
Yes, he does.
That guy sucks. You was right about him. I would say yes. For what I said prior, there can only be one card game. Taking out Inscription, I agree with that. Inscription creeps me out a little bit, but also Dredge, low key. There's no one has ever said a bad thing about this game, and it's a game that like fishing and horror seems like it doesn't make sense, but it's one that is. If I had a backlog of shame, it's on there because I really want to get to Dredge. So I would say I agree with you.
I have a very important question though for you, Kate.
Mm-hmm.
So in last week's episode, there was a question that somebody wrote in about favorite bad endings, or have you ever had a bad ending that you enjoyed?
I knew this was going to come up. I knew I couldn't escape this.
I love the bad ending in Dredge.
Oh, you do? Okay, good. I didn't really
do.
have that much of an issue with it either, but a lot of people seem to. But I feel like Dredge is more about, it's less about the destination, more about the journey, because you are on your boat. Like that's the whole game, is like the journey. So it's just super unique too. Like I can't think of anything that I've played that's quite like it. And it's something that I always want to go back to.
Yeah.
It's just great.
Yeah. It's a great pick. I'd be fine taking Inscription out for it because Dredge deserves all the love. Okay. My favorite thing about it is like they force you to not stay out all hours of the night because you'll start seeing things, and
that's my favorite part. I'm like, what are you going to show me?
Exactly. It's so good.
All right. T, what say you? What's one game, or are you fine with this list and you're like, whatever, I don't want to kill none of it?
Honestly, I can hear the haters now. I haven't played either. I haven't played Inscription or Dredge either, so I don't have preference either way. I promise I played a lot of games, just not these ones.
Like I know Noose was like Wonder Stop. I've never played Wonder Stop.
I know I played like 10 minutes of Wonder Stop, and then I had to put it down, and I never picked it back up.
It hit too close to home, so I haven't finished it. I was like, it's
so
called
fair.
to my burnout. I'm like, oh no, I can't. I got stopped.
That's so fair. It
Not ready
destroyed
to.
me. It fully destroyed me from start to finish.
Sean
Never
says,
been
hi,
so
folks.
called out by a game.
How do you guys start while I'm at work? I'm sorry, Sean. We gotta start early. Burning the midnight oil for some of us here.
Also, there are a lot of people in chat saying this game needs to be on the list. And yes, we agree. All of those games do deserve to be on the list, but we only have 10 spots. Trust me. We get it.
This is how litigious these things are. Okay, no one's gonna come out happy with this list.
Here's what I hope. Here's what I hope everyone listening or watching takes from this episode.
Yeah.
Look at all these indies that we're shouting that you should play.
Right.
That's the
100%.
whole point.
Hell yeah.
And they're
Yeah.
so diverse from each other too.
Yes.
That's even better.
100%. All right, T. What's
Yeah.
your next game, Miss?
See, this is really hard. So I love Power Wash Simulator. Like I said, I just started it not too long ago, and I've been obsessed with it and can't put it down. However, I have a different simulator that I think deserves to be on the list more. I think it's made more of a cultural impact, and I've definitely put way more hours into it, but granted, it's been out a lot longer. This is a farming simulator, a little game known as Stardew Valley.
Oh my gosh.
Son
Of
of a
course.
Fair.
No.
You pulled the ripcord.
I would vote to replace, unfortunately, Power Wash Simulator with Stardew Valley because it is just another simulator genre farming sim.
Mm.
I think there's just the loop of it. There's so much to do. There's such a variety of ways to play it. And while Power Wash Simulator is a lot of fun and has great DLC, it is pretty much just the same thing over and over and over again. It's very cathartic and it's very good for your mental health, I think. But with Stardew Valley, you've got diverse characters that have rich backstories. You've got obviously you can romance them. You've got the secrets within the actual town that you're learning and discovering. You have a little bit of a creepy aspect with characters that are not quite human, and the magical aspects with the witch and the fairies and the little, I forget what they're called, the little guys.
Dynamos?
Yeah, dynamos. And you've got a bunch of different things you can do with fishing and farming and building and all that sort of stuff.
A lot of variety, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
in one game.
And I think, again, it inspired a lot of other farming sims that try to replicate it unsuccessfully. And sorry if you can hear my dog scratching at the door. He's going crazy for some reason.
That's all good. It's all good. Speaking of dogs, my dad was literally yelling at mine. She probably has a shoe. It's probably ruined. Nonetheless, I want to hate that so bad because I love Power Wash, but like Stardew Valley.
I hate it too, but it has to happen.
Oh man, I feel like these that we're kicking out should be called the honorable mentions because God bless you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, Emily, I already hurt so much. I don't know if we could do another round of this.
I know.
The pain.
I have two that I don't know. At least I feel like deserve mention. I don't know if they'll kick anything off.
Okay.
But I'm I love the game and I agree with your pick, Kate. I'm gonna come for Firewatch real quick.
I knew she was coming for that.
All right.
I'm championing the new games here because I think for good reason we have a lot of older indies represented on this list, but I do just want to shout out some of the new releases. I think that if you're looking for a walking sim that has just incredibly gorgeous environments, beautiful music, and a really profound story between two extremely different people who've been kind of thrown into the wilderness and sort of cast out from society, you want to play Indica. This is a gorgeous game with a really fascinating story, focused on a female lead character as well, which we love to see. About the process of questioning and losing and maybe gaining faith, what that looks like, and really like what people mean to each other. It's like a really beautiful story with two main characters. Most of the game is just the two of them interacting with each other. It's heartbreaking, it's gorgeous, and it's one of the very few games that I've played that actually made me want to like stand up and clap at the end. The ending packed an incredible punch. And I think especially if you're playing on console, if you're playing, with your surround sound on a big TV, you're going to get just a really, really amazing experience.
Darn, that's a really good. That honestly sold me on that game.
It's so good. It's so good.
So Indica is one that's funny because I used to do like Freaky Friday streams where I play horror games, and I thought it was like a straight up horror game.
Yeah.
And the entire time I was expecting things to pop out and to scare me. Like there's an intro scene where you're literally carrying water in a bucket from a well. And I was like, okay, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
Yeah.
I kept waiting for something to happen and nothing happened because it's not that kind. It's more of like a psychological, like, I guess horror, because it does make you question what's going on, what is reality, that sort of thing. And the entire time I was like, okay, I don't get the hype for this. It's okay, it's fine. But the ending, I was blown away by the ending, and I also perseverated on it and was thinking about it for weeks afterwards, and it really resonated with me and with what I had recently been going through with my spirituality and things like that. So it was I think a great game that everyone needs to give a try. I don't know if it's everyone's cup of tea, but it is absolutely worth your time to try.
Yeah,
Mm.
I love
Agree to
that.
all of that.
Yeah.
Sold. That's it.
Goodbye,
Quick
Firewatch.
Bye.
recipes. Shout out to Big Cloud Gaming. Just passing through. Happy gaming, everybody. Salute. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. That said, last round of the we're kicking these out once. Okay.
Can
Last
we
round.
at least shout out the rest on our list?
Please.
Yeah.
Like rapid fire.
Because you guys said it so nicely. And truthfully, if you go, you know what, this is fine, whatever, I don't want to kick any of these off the list. Cool. Great. You don't have to. Whatever. Please don't hurt Balacho. That said, to sell you on this one, first off, hello, Sharks.
Hello.
I know
Hello.
they say hi. Thank you, Kate. Thank
Don't
you.
steal my bit.
I just want you guys to know I've been involved in a number of cults, both as a leader and a follower. You have more fun as a follower, make more money as a leader. I want to talk to you guys about Cult of the Lamb and why I think, and I'm so sorry, Cuphead, but it deserves to be on this list. Dude, okay. This game has a little bit of something for everybody. Like, it has that really great action, old time Zelda mechanics of old, right? Like a good parry, a good dodge, really fun boss fights, really interesting story and fun story. And then you also have like the Stardew elements of, hey, here's this cult. We're making this big town. You're creating these homes, you're creating these cult ritual sites, you're creating outhouses for them to poop. Some people are trying to eat the poop, some people are trying to eat each other, some people have beef and murder one another. And the cool thing about all these little cute fuzzy animals killing each other is that you can name them after your friends. So Kyle Stevenson could go kill Luke Lore in repeat over and over again, and then you could resurrect Luke and he become a zombie. Or someone's starting to just speak wise and saying that this cult ain't real. Well, you could chain that little giraffe fella up and he'll learn his lesson eventually. Cult of the Lamb, legitimately one of my favorite games when it came out, and is a game that I constantly think about going back to just to platinum again. So I would say Cult of the Lamb deserves to be at the number 10 spot for sure.
Oh, so you're kicking Cuphead off.
Yep, kicking Cuphead off.
I liked your pitch to have it on the list. I do not agree with kicking Cuphead off, though. I think Cuphead needs to be on this list, simply not because I said it, but also because of just like the cultural impact that Cuphead has had. The fact
Can we
that
negotiate?
I'd be willing to negotiate.
Okay. What do you think? What game would you kick off?
That's a lot of pressure.
What game? What do you think?
Joe's like a mob boss. Like, do his dirty work for him.
I don't
right?
know.
We're in Shark Tank. We're in Shark Tank.
Because the problem is there's nothing else like it that it could replace that I know of on the list. And I would think like if something was similar, you'd try to replace that. But all of these are very different than that. So I don't know what you would replace.
What if I replace Fear the Spotlight with it? Because it's also spooky and horror.
I don't know. I feel like you can't replace
Oh.
Cuphead or Fear the Spotlight with Cult of the Lamb. But I do think it belongs on the list, but it's tough. It's getting really tough out here, folks.
It gets really tough. All right, I'm gonna walk to another shark. Yes, Kyle.
I would like to argue
Okay.
that my favorite part of Cult of the Lamb to me is fantastic. I love it so very much.
Yes.
I really love half of the game, and the other half is just okay.
Okay.
I love the farming. I love the settlement stuff. That is my favorite. The dungeon stuff is very cookie cutter-esque with other games. It doesn't really do much to like innovate in that way. Like we had Hades on here. Like Hades does that better.
Fair.
But the town settlement stuff in Cult of the Lamb is incredible. So the fact that this is just a me personal thing, as a whole package, I think it would just miss the cut for me.
What if
So,
I told you
for
my
that,
family really
I'm
needs
out.
this money?
It's a ruthless world out there.
for that amount.
All right. First swing and a miss, you know? Can't get them all.
I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of those as we progress, Joe. It's okay.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Kate, I think you're next. I forgot.
Is it time for me to say I'm personally quite happy with this list. I don't know if I
Okay.
would change it, to be honest.
All right. I like that. Just passing it.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, if anyone else has one that they really feel like could replace one of these games.
Kyle, you're nodding. Do you think
I
you
do.
have one?
I have a couple, but there is one that I really want to bat for. So hold on, let me rewind.
Okay.
Hello, sharks.
Hello.
Hello.
Great to see you here. A little lore about the trophy room, and Joe, you'll know this very well. When the PlayStation 5 was coming out, I vowed for the very first
It's a no
platinum
for me.
trophy. You, sir, it's my time. The very first platinum trophy that I was going to earn, it was my 50th platinum, is the one and only Bug Snacks. Bug Snacks.
So good.
But see, Joey, you're on the wrong side of history here.
Oh,
Bug
Bugsnax needs
Snacks
to be on the
is
list.
incredible. It's innovative. Nothing says PlayStation 5 indies more to me than a launch title for the system, Bugsnax. PS Plus, day one. It's so incredibly inventive of it's like Pokemon and Pokemon Snap, and there is something creepy going on in this world. The music is incredible. That is still my alarm when I wake up in the morning. Is the Pero Bonito theme of Bugsnax.
Yes, so good.
The puzzles are
Bugsnax
great.
incredible. The puzzles are fantastic. The actual Bugsnax themselves, their designs are cool. And like those character arcs are surprisingly very deep in the narrative. Like again, it was 2020 when I first played it, but like I forgot the character's name, but the really buff dude character, and the other like really nerdy, quiet, shy one. As you're playing the game, you realize like they just love each other and they are too afraid to say it to each other.
So
Like it's like that kind of level of really heartfelt stuff in a silly game by its looks. To me, like that screams indie and that screams PlayStation 5 indie. So I would put Bugsnax on this list, and I would remove Light. I'm so sorry. I would remove the Forgotten City.
I was going to tell you to do that, so that's fine.
Yeah. That is my pitch.
I really like the Forgotten City, but Bugsnax absolutely deserves to replace it for sure.
All right.
Are you still adamant on a no, Joe, for Bugsnax?
I'm out. I'm full out.
I'm full in.
What do you have against Bugsnax?
Joe, have you
Honestly,
played it? Have you played it?
Yes. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know about
Truthfully,
that.
at this point, I don't know. I'm in it now just for the bit of it.
You just know you're out.
I know I'm out. I know there's something that I'm like, come on, guys, really this? But I can't think of it right now. That's fair. That's fair. Emily?
A&M, are you okay with me replacing Forgotten City?
Oh,
with
yeah.
that? Okay.
Yeah.
It's a great pick. I didn't even think of it.
That
Amazing
being
pick.
said, everyone go play the Forgotten City.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
All right, Emily. Do you think this list is perfect, or do you think you have one? Because I see your list.
Yeah.
And there's two right there, and I'm like, why haven't we not talked about this yet? Take it
I
away.
know. Let's see. If I were gonna pick one, I think I know. Well, actually, I feel like there are three bangers on here that
100%.
I personally, though, I know what I would pitch replacing with one of them, and I actually don't want to argue for that.
Oh, really?
So I'm gonna scrap that one.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna throw maybe like maybe a left field one out there and
Go
just
for it.
see what we think as far as like cinematic 3D adventures with a really heartfelt story and really fascinating world building
Mm.
and mechanics. We've got Stray, which we have not talked about yet.
Ooh, okay.
You get to play as a cat, your little cat, hanging out with a bunch of robots in the post-apocalypse. You're trying to search for like some shimmer of hope in this really bleak world. I think it was really innovative in how they approached like being a cat in a game.
And like how it moves as well. Like it feels like you're a feline. I like it.
And you're an orange cat, which is like my favorite kind of cat.
That's true.
And the way they're able to tell a story, even though you are playing as a cat who doesn't talk, it blew my mind how they're still able to share such a deep story and compelling story with a character that doesn't talk.
Can confirm, I definitely did cry at the end of Stray.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Felt nothing.
Because you're a monster.
It's fair enough.
Felt nothing. Wow.
Felt nothing.
Wild.
I know. Again, the aura that we spoke of
believe
earlier.
when we do our rapid fire ones, I'm gonna bring up one that it baffles me that Joe felt nothing with, but we'll get there later.
All right, fair enough.
I
sh-
guess.
I don't know. I don't want to be speaking all the time. Kyle Stevenson, you take it away. What are your thoughts on Stray? Are you buying?
I love Stray a lot. Except for there's one section as a trophy hunter I hated. It was you had to like run through all the bug areas without getting touched in a certain time. Like, oh, terrible time. I love Stray. I just don't know. The only ones that I have not played is Indica, but like we got our cute animals with bug snacks, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Stardew.
I don't feel strongly about replacing anything with Stray. I think if like vibes wise and just like experience wise, it would probably be either like Indica or Cana, which I think I would advocate for keeping both on the list over Stray personally, but it felt like it needed a call out.
Let me ask you a question. Because there's one on the list that I only hear people say on your list that I only hear people say really great things about. Why didn't you pick Blueprints?
So I've heard some complaints about Blueprints, which I think are valid in terms of the kind of like long tail of the roguelite aspect, which is just that over time, once you've discovered a lot of the game, especially like a lot of the clues that are embedded in it, it's up to RNG whether you're going to continue progressing. And there's this maybe like middle section of getting through the game where it feels like kind of a slog because you're just getting thrown random stuff. You feel like I know what I need to do to progress, but the game isn't giving me the opportunity to do that. That said, I'm obsessed with this game. I guess my other reason for not pitching it is that I know not everybody is a gamer who wants to be taking notes. I love taking me some notes while I'm playing games. Like I love Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, but I also totally respect that that's not everybody's vibe.
All right, fair enough.
I would potentially make the argument of replacing Stray with Indica just because I feel like Stray has more of an appeal to a wider audience than Indica does. But I do understand Indica is like a unique game compared to Stray, which is a little bit more similar to other games that are out there. But I do think the appeal for Stray, it would appeal to a wider group of people than Indica would.
That's true. That's a really good point.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
I might advocate then for swapping those two.
Ooh.
Yeah,
because I think Stray has like that cultural like impact where my sister-in-law, who is not a gamer in the slightest, she's like, Joe, can I play the cat game? I'm like, what?
Aww.
And you automatically know what that game is. I'm biased because as much as I hate that trophy Kyle mentioned earlier, God, I hate it so much. He looks like Ollivander, and I love Ollie, and he has a backpack. So it's totally up to you.
And a little
what you wanna
robot.
replace it with. Yeah, and a little robot pal. You know? So
I think
it's
I
totally up to you
think
guys.
if since M brought Indica in straight to the table and she's okay with replacing it, then I
Yeah,
say
let's
we go
swap
for it.
them.
Fair enough. Okay, gang. This is where it gets messy. Sorry, sharks. This is where things get messy. Okay. We got the top 10 as it stands. This in no particular order. Balatro, Stray, Dredge, Kana, Bridge of Spirits, Bug Snacks. All right. Celeste, Sayonara, Wild Hearts, Stardew Valley, Fear the Spotlight, and Cuphead. Kyle
Mm.
Stevenson, you have your hand raised.
I have one more that I would love to advocate for. Very.
I don't
quickly.
think Kate and I did our final round either.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. I'm so bad at no, I thought
Yeah.
I think Kate was like, I'm good with this. I don't want to.
Oh,
Pick anything.
okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm very conflict avoidant in this moment, not in my
Okay,
personal
I
life
didn't
at
get my
all.
last one.
Yeah.
I need my last one, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Like,
Okay, I do have a lot that I want to just shout out. I don't know where they would go on this list, and I don't want to put them necessarily on this list, but I do have one, and it's the one that I mentioned before. Does it qualify? But I think Unravel could have a good conversation of being on this list. And I guess maybe the conversation boils down to, is it actually an indie game or not? But Unravel is such a beautiful game with, again, an amazingly beautiful story that it tells you through the world and through the pictures that you find. So without any talking, any dialogue, it tells an incredible story about family and how as you grow, you lose connection with your family and rebuilding that connection, and how people who love each other can drift apart from each other, but then also come back. But it also tells a story about like the environment and our impact on the world. The music is some of the most beautiful music I have ever heard in a video game. And the puzzles, for the most part, are all incredibly fun. There was a couple that like I had to look up because I was like, I know I'm doing this right and it's not working. What do I need to do? But for the most part, the puzzles are really fun, really unique. I think the mechanics are unique. You're connected to this little string the entire time, and you have to have string management. You can only go so far before you find another, like, I don't know what that's called. Another thing of string wrapped up. And
Spool. Is that what
spool,
they
thank
call
you.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Another spool of string of yarn. And this game is so beautiful that even my 3-year-old daughter loves to watch it. And actually, when we went to Sweden for vacation, she brought her Yarny doll with her because she wanted Yarny to see Sweden. So
Oh,
I would
nice.
like to argue that it goes on this list. I just don't know necessarily where. It is a puzzly game, but it's more of like a cozy puzzle.
So what I'm hearing is we're getting rid of Balatro.
Yeah.
I'm down. I'm down. I'll back that. I'll back
I
that.
will leave and you just tell me when to end stream and I'll come back. No, I mean, truthfully, that was a great pitch for it. But yeah, for me, looking at this list, because like I even see like Captain Logan talk about like, what about Sifu? It's like Sifu's a great game too. But this list is pretty great. Like I think it has. There's nothing here I would replace anything with at this point, because I think for me maybe Sayonara Wild Hearts, because I'm not the huge Queen Latifah fan, but but then even then it's like these games they're on a class of their own. And I don't know.
Jonathan brings up a valuable point. I don't think this list is fair because the clown is on your hear me out list. I don't think you can be impartial. I don't think you can be an impartial judge.
Did I say I'd bang the clown?
Oh yeah, you did.
Pretty sure you did.
It was on your hear me out list.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, maybe. I mean, look, if it's the Ben Star clown, I wouldn't say no per se, I guess. All right, whatever. If you're saying I said it, I'll believe you.
Roll the tapes.
Like with Unravel, it's a game that I have not played.
Same.
But again, everyone who has, like yourself, speaks so highly of it.
Mhm.
It's just that I don't know if there's a game here that I would replace it with.
Yeah, that's the problem. That is the problem.
Mhm.
You made me want to play it though, for sure. I'm looking it
Mhm.
up.
Now, a genuine question, Light, is
Yeah.
the second one any better? Do you prefer the 2-to-1?
No,
Yeah, okay.
It is co-op, so that's fun.
Mhm.
Mr. Light and I did play it, but it didn't have the same impact that the first one did. I'm not going to say it was bad, but the first one, the story was just so good, and also it was such a unique experience the first time we played it. The second one was kind of just like the co-op sequel. It wasn't bad; it just wasn't as good.
Fair. All right, gang.
Can I
Yeah,
make
Kyle,
one
please.
more swap?
One more swap.
It was said in chat, and it's one of my favorite. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hello, sharks.
Hello.
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 I gotta keep it up. My favorite genre is not represented here, and I think it'd be a disservice if we don't represent the RPGs. And it was on PS Plus day one. I love it with all of my heart. I see myself as one of the characters in the game, Garl. Sea of Stars, I think, deserves a spot on this list somewhere. A love letter to old school RPGs that I grew up playing. Soundtrack is incredible. The characters are unforgettable. The combat is a perfect blend of the turn-based with the active, like being involved when you are attacking, the Mario RPG style type of combat. I think it deserves a spot on this list. And for the game that I would replace it with, as much as I love Dredge, I would replace Dredge with Sea of Stars. Only because we do have Fear of the Spotlight, which does scratch that kind of horror feels. But yeah, that's my pitch, is Sea of Stars.
I've never played it, but I know that it's good and beloved.
You would love the soundtrack, Kate, if you haven't listened to the soundtrack.
All right,
You
Kyle,
can sell me anything. I'm not even going to try to put up a fight. Just like whatever you want.
I want to make a deal with you, and it's not because it's a meme at this point between us.
Okay.
I'm looking at the Open Critic of Sea of Stars.
Doing? Okay.
I'm looking at the map. I'm a businessman, Kyle. First off,
Is
don't question
Open
a
Critic
shark.
the one that any Joe Schmo can put their opinion on, though?
No.
No, okay.
This is
I was gonna say, because you're probably gonna get like, oh, Sweet Baby Ink pronouns.
Exactly.
Metacritic has the user scores.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I always get those confused.
Jesus. No. Okay. Sea of Stars, 89. I think it's, you know me, Kyle, I think it's really great.
Mm-hmm.
And though I do have some problems with the story towards the end of the game, I think as an RPG and a love letter to things like Chrono Trigger, I think it's a really great game. Sits at an 89.
But
you make a good argument with Bugsnax, Kyle, because I do think PlayStation 5 when I think of Bugsnax. But when I'm thinking critically acclaimed, I'm talking, this is Sea of Stars is up there. Bugsnax sitting at a 75. No shame or shade to Bugsnax at 75. Still good. But do you think Sea of Stars supplants that? And just the conversation that you hear as the RPG guy of, you know, is Sea of Stars still in the conversation with those games? Because I remember when we talked about Expedition 33, we talked about, you know, Sea of Stars in that similar conversation. So would you be okay replacing Bugsnax with Sea of Stars?
I veto that. No.
I absolutely would not. You're not
I
getting me
also
off
feel like
this.
Bugsnax is our special, like, unique choice here. Like, I don't know. I think I honestly feel like you could take Dredge off. Just don't take Sayonara away from me. I will not allow it. Anything else. Yeah.
Would never do that to the bisexual panic in this podcast. I would never do that. Never try to tame the panic. Not about that life.
Okay, I do have one more. I know I'm supposed to be done, but I have to.
What's he replacing on number 3? Wait, what's he doing? Oh, it's Dredge. Oh, okay. All right, never mind.
I do have to. I have to at least put it out there because it is my current obsession, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention it. Claire obscure. I don't speak French. I don't know what they say after that.
It's on my list.
That's all I got. Claire Obscure's got to be on the list.
my only argument against it, Light, it is one of my favorites ever in the RPG space. It's just too new.
Hmm.
It's
To
my
me, it's
only
not
argument
indie
against
enough.
it.
That's how I
Sure.
feel. I don't know.
Okay. All right. That's fair. That's fair.
So the thing I like about this list, Light, is that like, yeah, like I think what Kate and I were talking about earlier is like it's about the vibes, and indies give that vibe. Where it's like Clear Obscure, sure, team of 33 quotation mark, but like or parentheses, whatever. I don't care. But like it has that huge budget, it has a huge backing, and that's why it's a no for me. I think just
Okay.
because the vibes here are great, or else I'd be like, where's Baldur's Gate 3? You know,
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
That's fair.
But I had to at least say it because if I didn't, I would be a failure.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mm.
I was gonna shout it out in a rapid fire. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's up there.
Yeah. All right, team Sharks. It's time to get this list down to something that is definitive. No one could question it. No one in their car screaming a game that we
Oh,
forgot.
we're about to reorder
Oh.
these?
We're reordering these.
Oh my god.
Remember, it's like 2:00 where Emily is right now. She's gotta get to bed.
I can't
So-
sleep unless everything is in ranked order. It's part of my
Exactly.
It's part of the bedtime routine.
yeah.
Oh. All right. I'm gonna go with Emily.
Yeah.
What do you think belongs at the top at number 10?
At the top at number 10. Wait, which
You
is the
just
top?
did a juxtaposition
Sorry, number
there.
one's the top.
Oh, I
screwed up
see,
with
I see.
words. Yeah.
Which-
so,
Okay.
so number 10 is number 10.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'd maybe I'll call out one of my own. I think
Okay.
I would maybe put Fear the Spotlight at 10 just because horror is probably the genre that like is gonna maybe not appeal to everybody. It's like
Hmm.
the narrowest genre audience wise.
It's very selfless. I would agree because I like the selfless nature of it. Kyle Stevenson?
I didn't realize we were doing this. Now I'm not in that mode. I actually kind of like Cuphead at 10.
Yeah?
I do, simply because this is just a me thing. Cuphead to me is always Xbox in my head.
Hmm.
It's nothing against the game. Game runs great on PlayStation. I played it
Right.
on PlayStation. It's
That's right.
incredible. I just feel like that's a good 10.
Okay. Fellow Sharks, do you agree? Cuphead at 10 and Fear the Spotlight at 9?
I think it's
sorry,
okay.
anyone
Yeah.
disagrees?
I think it's
Yeah,
cool. Yeah.
Okay. Then it stands.
I
Then
know.
what's that?
Light looked very.
I was
very
thinking.
on the-
I was
okay.
thinking. No, I
Yeah.
think it's okay. I was just wondering. Like at first, I was like, would I maybe put like controversial Balatro at 10? Because I
I was
did
gonna
enjoy.
say- I feel like Balatro definitely needs to go down on the list.
Yeah, I did enjoy Balatro when I played it, but then once I had played it, once I exhausted it, it was kind of like a flash in the pan where I was like obsessed, and then I was like, it's okay. Like I have fun with it, but I've never felt compelled to play it again. Whereas the other ones on this list that I have played, I have much more replayability with.
Sure.
Hmm.
Joe, I
Man.
got your back on this.
Thank you, Emily.
I'll be flexible, but I do need Balatro to be in the top 5.
Okay.
I was
But
gonna
I'm
What
say
about
the same
number
thing.
5?
I'm okay with
Balatro.
It could
Cuphead
be
at 10.
I could go with 5 for Balatro.
I will also rip off a Band-Aid right now, here and now. I think at number 9 we could put Bugsnax. I'm okay with that.
Hmm.
I'll take that bet.
Okay.
I'll take that
I
deal.
think just based on this group, I feel like Kena Bridge of Spirits might be our number 1. I don't know. I'm just gonna throw it out there, just based on like if we're
Dark
going off
horse.
of what we've agreed on and what we all seem to resonate with. I don't know. In the top 3, maybe.
I think it's still I
Mhm.
think it's the top 5 right now. I think you're right. I think it's in that convo. I think you're right.
I
So
think
sorry, Light, you go.
Oh, I was just gonna say, how would you guys feel about flip-flopping like Stray and Stardew?
I would
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like Stardew again is one that just has to be higher on the list.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't necessarily know if it needs to stay at 2. For me personally, it would be at 2, but like I don't know if it has to stay at 2.
Yeah, no, I think that makes sense because like Stardew's a game you don't hear like a lot about, but like it's always in like the top like game sold. Like it is a
And it's a
It's in the
game that
collective.
non-gamers play too.
Yeah.
There are a
Mm.
lot of non-gamers I know that do play Stardew because it's a cozy game and it's an easy entry point into gaming.
Mm.
Similar to Balatro, it's also one that a lot of people own on every device they
Mhm.
can
True.
possibly play it on.
Like my
True.
favorite indie game, Skyrim.
God bless.
I mean, to be fair, at one point, every developer was an indie.
I mean,
It's true.
it's true.
I feel like Celeste needs to be higher. I don't know.
I was just thinking that.
Mhm, mhm.
Celeste currently at number 6.
Could we flip flop Celeste and Sea of Stars? Kyle, could you live with that?
1,000,000%. Yes, I can live with that.
This is I'm like deep in thought because this list is looking. Is it problematic? Yes. Bugsnax is not there. Do I agree with everything?
Joe, have some fun in your life. What happened?
Do you not like bugs? I don't know.
Do you not like
No,
snacks?
No,
Okay, so then
couldn't say.
flip-flop Kana and Balatro.
I would agree with that, but I don't
That
know.
is
I feel like it
interesting.
went in pretty strong there.
That is interesting.
Joe, you're not getting that number 1. I refuse. The clown says no.
All right, as is tradition with any episode of the Trophy Room, hear me out. I'm gonna give props to Kyle here because I think as Celeste isn't my game, but I think it means so much to so many people. And taking myself out of it, it is a terrific platformer. It tells a story that's incredibly impactful, and a main character that is going through a personal journey that anyone could truly relate to. I would not have a problem if Celeste is at number 1.
I think
Whoa.
I think you could do Celeste at 1, Stardew Valley 2, and then Balatro, and then Kana, personally. Or you could switch Balatro and Kana too, so that it could be Celeste, Stardew, Kana, Balatro.
I like that
Keith,
idea.
the mediator. I like that. Go with it, Kyle Stevenson.
I had to do something helpful instead of pass.
Great. What are you talking about?
Because I agree. Celeste, I haven't played yet because I fear it might not necessarily be a game that I personally am into, but I know everybody loves that game who has played it. I have only heard amazing things about it. So
Was this
it's
the order
great.
you said or flop?
I said this, but you could also swap Kana and Balatro. I would advocate for that, but up to
Okay. Emily, what say you? Is there anything you'd like to
I-
to switch?
I maybe would swap Kana and Balatro. I think
allow
if we're talking PS5, having 3 like largely pixel graphics games at the top 3 feels like it's not taking advantage of the graphics processing power you're working with.
Mhm.
I like
great
that.
point.
Great point. Jesus, you guys are real good at this. I picked the right crew. The one last thing I would suggest, and hear me out, Sea of Stars, flip it with Fear the Spotlight for
Mhm.
similar reasons, just because it's a PlayStation Plus launch. Yeah, I think it like I'm thinking more PlayStation.
Mhm.
Mm.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, I thought we were gonna spend another 40 minutes on this. I think we found the list.
Well, it's going to take
Okay.
me 40 minutes to get through my honorable
Yeah.
mention. So
Fair
Right.
enough.
Hear me out. We replace all of them with Power Wash Simulator.
Deal.
Sold.
Okay, so Kyle Stevenson, would you like to read the list for the audience?
Sure. Coming in at 10 for the top PlayStation indies to play on a PlayStation 5, we have Cuphead. At number 9, you know it, you love it, everyone loves it except for Joe. Bug Snacks. At
Mr.
number 8,
Contrarian.
number 8 is Stray. Number 7, Sayonara Wild Hearts. Number 6, Fear the Spotlight. Number 5, Sea of Stars. Number 4, Balatro. Number 3, Kena, Bridge of Spirits. Number 2, Stardew Valley. And the number 1 PlayStation indie to play on a PlayStation 5 is Celeste.
Love this
Beautiful.
list.
It's a good list.
I don't think anybody is going to argue or curse us out in the comments. So.
No, not a single person could possibly be angry at this.
I can see it now. Co-founder of 6-1 Indie doesn't know indies. I can see the headline right now.
Headline in tomorrow's paper.
Yep.
Washington
They're gonna hit up
Post, what
Mike.
are
It's
you
like
doing?
Mike Kyle needs to lose his job.
Girl who made the show too horny kicks Hades off of the list.
God, Hades left this world. Why? Oh, it hurts. But Bug Snacks is on there. All right. Anyway,
You know what? If patrons can get us to, I don't know, $30 a month, then you get to play Bug Snacks. Real low bar. I just want you to play Bug Snacks, Joe.
we're already there by a lot.
Then you're playing Bug Snacks.
There you go.
Did you read the intro? All right. Shit. All right. Honestly, we get 100 patrons. I'll play Bug Snacks. How about that? No,
Done deal. Done deal.
it could be at a $1 tier, and I'll play it. How about this? Because we've been thinking about an extra, like a new Patreon show. Why would you do this to me? That's the inaugural episode. Why would you do this?
But
to me?
it's
Why would
such
you-
a fun time.
But it's a good game. What do you mean? Why would we do this to you? Because we
And-
care about you having fun.
And maybe I see the light. Doubt it. Kyle, I'll start with you first. What were your honorable mentions?
Sure. And in chat, you've been great with shouting out games. This is incredibly hard to limit it to what we have. So like my list is pretty long. I did have Claire, Obscure, Expedition 33. Had to shout it out. This is the only one that we like to say it's indie. It's not really. Liza P. I know that's a stretch. But here are like surefire. These are indies that I absolutely love and adore. Chicory, A Colorful Tale.
Oh yeah.
I really wanted to try to pitch that one for this list. Another one that gets surprisingly deep and emotional. I love that game so very much. I thought for a second, this was the horror game that you were going to bring to the table. Crow Country is a
so
great
good.
horror game from last year. A love letter to like PS1 style games. Here's the game that Joe felt no emotions for whatsoever, and he's a robot. And I don't hate a lot of people except for the Orange Man in The Office and Joe on this one. Before Your Eyes is one of my favorite gaming experiences ever, and Joe did not shed one tear or thought it was sad at all. So he's soulless.
Can I say it? I don't even think it's that good.
You're insane. You're
Hot
insane.
take. It's a hot take.
I really, really love Ollie Ollie World. One of the best skateboarding games on the Ollie Ollie series is fantastic. This was the one that was going to argue to replace Hades or Dead Cells, either or. But Rogue Legacy 2. Talk about a game that started really the rogue-like genre, Rogue Legacy and 2, specifically because it's PS5. I had Spiritfarer on my list.
So good.
Another really, really good one that'll hit you in the feels. One from last year that is a great narrative game. It's heavy, and it just made the jump, I think, a few months ago. Mouthwashing. Play Mouthwashing. A game that I don't think a lot of people know about, but I played it. I think it was the pandemic 2020. One of the few PC games I played. It was free, I think, on Epic Game Store or something. And I was sobbing at my desk here for 3 hours afterwards. The game's called The First Tree. It's a story about grief and overcoming that. And it does a journey-esque thing at the end of that game that I do not want to spoil because it's really, really special. Shout out to Immortality. I've never played a game like that ever. It's such a cool idea of editing together movie reels and figuring out the story and mystery behind it. It's really, really cool. The Last
That
Campfire.
interview is on our
Yeah.
YouTube channel with Sam.
Absolutely. Yeah, we interviewed Sam Barlow, and it's fantastic. The Last Campfire, from Hello Games to No Man's Sky team, they made a little small game about a little ember trying to cross over to the afterlife, and it's really, really special.
Hmm.
I know it's sad,
It's real
but
cute.
it's really good. Yeah, that's it for me. There's a
Okay.
PC one that I do want to shout out. It's not on PlayStation, but like play the Emily is Away series, please.
Fair enough.
I thought you were
Really
about to
good.
say MLB the Show, and I was like, Joe, that's not.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, have you heard of Spider-Man?
Shit, I gotta cross that one off my list, I guess. Light, what about you? Anything you like to spotlight here?
So I have a couple, but I also see that Emily has them too. So I'm gonna skip the ones that are also on Emily's list. But so Carto is a little indie darling that I absolutely love. It's adorable. You play as a little girl who's trying to piece the world back together and find her way back to her grandma. And it's basically like a puzzle game where you get little pieces of a map and you have to twist them around and put them in different places to discover things and make your way through the world. And it is absolutely adorable. Highly recommend. Kyle already said Spiritfarer, but obviously I have to shout that out because I'm wearing the shirt. I've talked about Spiritfarer many times in the show, so if you've listened to the show, you've already heard me talk about it and why I need to play it. Little Nightmares, I think, is another cute indie. I didn't play the sequel, so I don't know if they continue to be good, but I really loved the little twist in that game as well. More so walking simulator side, Lake is a really, really relaxing game. Highly recommend that if you're looking for something that's just easy to take your mind off of things, but doesn't take a lot of concentration, but still has a really good story and really fun mechanics. That one's on Kate's Untitled Goose Game. I absolutely adore that game. I think it is so fun. It is so silly, and it is just a great time. Everyone needs to play that. Unpacking, surprisingly, you don't even play as like a person in the game, but has a great story if you actually pay attention to what you are unpacking and the houses with which you are unpacking. And it kind of tells a story about your character growing up and then getting in a relationship, that relationship ending, and then finding out who you really are and like who you're meant to be with and that sort of thing at the end there. And it was really fun just using context clues of what you're unpacking to realize things before your character necessarily did. Like when you move in with your partner and you don't have enough room for any of your stuff and your partner isn't willing to get rid of anything to make space for you, it's like, oh, this isn't a healthy relationship. And then the next time you're not together with your partner anymore. So like really great world storytelling with no audio at all. Strange Horticulture. I actually just played that recently. I didn't beat it yet because I'm playing it on my Steam Deck, but really fun, dark, witchy puzzle game where you're making, you run an herbalism shop and people come to you with problems and you have to figure out the correct plant for their problems. But there's also a murder mystery that's going on in there too that you're trying to solve. What Remains of Edith Finch, that's just a classic. So obviously that had to be on there. And then Brothers. Mr. Light and I played that together. It's not a co-op game, but we just each held a stick on the controller and each stick is a different brother. And the puzzles are really fun. The story is really good and definitely one to check out.
Nice. All right. And so I saved the No Small Games crew last year, y'all. Or actually, wait, just quick shout out for me. Sorry. Hades deserved to be on this list. I understand. Please stop yelling. Sifu, totally. I know. Should have been here. Bug snacks, though. Cold the Lamb.
Brought seafood to the table. What are you talking about?
What can I say? Life's not fair. Cold the Lamb should have been on this list.
Listen, you should have let us have a bigger list, Joe. Whose fault is that? You gave us
SEO. SEO says top 10. That's why I'm obeying the rules of Google Analytics. Vampire Survivors legitimately poured 100 hours into. Phenomenal. Just so much fun.
So good, yeah.
And there's just so much strategy to it, and you're not even clicking a single button. It's just so darn good. And of course, rest in peace, Dead Cells. All right, enough of that. Emily, any highlights for you that you like to spotlight here?
Yes, my list was originally not that long, I figured I was probably only going to get to half of them. So you may have noticed I've been sneakily adding some to my list
Oh,
as we
yeah.
go. I will also say my shame here is that I'm primarily a PC gamer, so I had to look up what was on
You're
PlayStation.
good.
Same.
You really did great research, by the way. It was great. Yeah.
I did my best. So a couple shout outs. One that was on my list because I felt like so many people love, but I didn't pitch it because it's not my game, is Hollow Knight.
That was on mine too.
Let's see. Were there any
I legit have
we
issues
mentioned
with Hollow Knight.
Blueprints.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't invite the wrath of the internet, but
Yeah. Those guys
couple-
actually might kill us.
yeah, I know.
I don't like Hollow Knight. I'll say it. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's
I wouldn't put it
valid.
on there.
Yeah.
Oh, see,
Um,
so that's another one. I didn't play through the story, but I hunted down the grubs. So I didn't do any of the boss fights, but I did like a lot of the exploration after my husband did the boss fights. And I love that game. But since I didn't beat like the story, I felt like I couldn't necessarily advocate for it. If that makes sense.
I'm a dum-dum and I got lost in the map. That's why I hate it.
Yeah, I feel seen.
I also
World's
used
a
to play the
little bit too
soundtrack
obtuse.
for my students while they were working. It was one of the games that I play the soundtrack for while they were doing their independent work or whatever.
Great music.
I love that.
I just have a problem. All right, here, not to bash on Hollow Knight, please. We're very excited for a Silk Song. Oh my God, you're gonna play it at Gamescom. Whoa, the boss fights. Listen, if I die and I
Listen, Hollow Knight is not great. Okay, don't listen to what Joe is saying. Okay, he doesn't speak for this show. Two can play that game, Joe.
All right. Note to self: take Kyle off admin. Continue on, Emily.
I'm glad I read the room with leaving Hollow Knight off. I'm glad that felt right to everybody. One that's a recent addition to the PlayStation library that is near and so dear to my heart is the Mortuary Assistant.
Love that game. I didn't know it was on PlayStation.
I think last August it came out on console along with their quote unquote definitive edition, which was their last of their like free content updates. So
So
it's
good.
It's so
What
good.
the fuck is this?
Oh, Joe, it's so good.
That's
It's
the
so
appropriate
scary.
response.
What the fuck is that?
Let me tell you, when you turn around and there's
It's not for everyone.
There's a
It's
guy
not for
who's hanging
everybody.
from a thing like, oh.
But it is
so
for
good.
me. It is for me. So
I'm not
that's a
acting. This is
favorite.
legit. I'm so sorry.
Joe's gonna have nightmares. That's what you get for showing me a clown all the time with Bellaccio, Joe.
All right,
I'm so sorry. I'll never do it again.
new goal. Joe
Shock
plays
me.
this in a haunted house.
Yeah,
Never.
let's do it.
No,
Please.
haunted hospital.
Ooh, yes.
You don't get me. I just loaded up that still, and I feel a flutter in my chest.
Oh God. Okay, so I'm glad we've added to your wish list now, Joe. Also
What are
shout
my
out
nightmares?
for Animal Well, and we talked about it, but another shout out for Wander Stop. You gotta go play it. It will hurt, but healing hurts sometimes. So
Say it louder,
go play,
Emily.
go play Wander Stop.
I love that. That's good. That's a good tag phrase. Oh my goodness. Kate, what's on your honorable mentions?
Also, apologies. It's getting dark here, so I'm becoming.
One
I
with
hope
the
you can still see me.
shadows.
Okay? Yes, I'm with the shadows. Things that didn't get mentioned that are on my list are Night in the Woods, amazing narrative game, mystery thriller. Also has some platforming and Guitar Hero style mini games. A Short Hike. I feel like, come on, like great classic game with like one objective: get to the top of a mountain. Love it. Simple, cute. I'm glad that you mentioned Unpacking Light because it was really hard for me to not like advocate for that to be on our top 10 list. One of my favorite games. Venba, I think, is also one of my favorite games. I think that it's short, it's really beautiful. It tells an important story about immigrants. Great music, great sound effects, really good. Crypt Custodian, that is the first Metroidvania that I ever played.
Oh,
and
what a good call.
it's so good. It's like, man, it just made me feel like I could really explore that genre more, and it has a lot of great options. And I think it's a great pick for someone's first Metroidvania. So really love Crypt Custodian, and it's like centers the story of like animals and pets, which we all love our pets. So really, really great vibes. I Was a Teenage Exocolonist is the game that I most recently played on the PlayStation 5, which belongs to my friend, not to me, but we've been playing through this game together. I highly recommend this game. There is a card, it's an RPG, but also has a card-based element to it. And yeah, you spend your time growing up on this alien planet, and your choices really matter, and beautiful characters, beautiful art style. And lastly, Goodbye Volcano High.
Good
You play as
call.
Fang, and they are in their senior year of high school in a band. They got their buddies, and the meteor might be coming to hit the planet, maybe not. So that's kind of like the I guess core of the story. But there's some D&D elements woven in there, and everyone's dinosaurs, and it just has amazing music. So that is my last one that I didn't mention. So
Nice. Excellent.
Also,
excellent.
Kate, as Jonathan Kelly in chat says, how's it feel that you're becoming in a found footage film? As the light goes down.
oh my gosh, no, I feel so silly. But I'm a big fan of Bigfoot, so yeah, I don't know. It's cool. Cool
Fair
vibe.
Sasquatching these parts, but
yeah.
excellent. And last but not leastly, Kyle, would you like to read the list one last time for everybody?
Oh, I X'd out of the list.
Never mind. The list is what the list was.
Rewind 10 minutes. ago, it's
Rewind
there.
if you want to find it again on your own.
Yeah.
That way you can't get angry at us all over again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Only thing you need to know is Bugsnax made the final 10. Okay.
Number
Somehow.
9.
And we all said glowing things about Hollow Knight, and Hollow Knight.
Listen, I loved Hollow Knight. Speak for yourself.
No, I, you know what it is? It's just a little overhyped. There you go. I said it. Yikes. Kyle Stevenson said that. That said, that's been this episode of The Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast. Before we go, of course, we'd like to spotlight our lovely guests. Kate, Emily, whichever, would you like to let everybody know where they could find y'all? Anyway.
Sure. Yeah, so we are No Small Games on Instagram and Blue Sky. If you go to our website, nosmallgames.com, you can listen to all of our episodes as well as read all of our reviews. We write reviews covering new indie game releases. So that's kind of the best place to go to find all of our catalog of work. And you can also find me on Blue Sky and Instagram under Cater Blossom, and Twitch. I stream as well.
Nice.
And
And-
I think you said this, sorry, Kate, that you can find our episodes on basically every podcast platform.
Yes, I didn't say that,
Yes.
but you got it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. In addition
Emily,
to
where-
nosmallgames.com.
Where can they find you?
Yeah. I am on Blue Sky, Instagram, and Twitch as a specific egg, EGG. And yeah, thank you guys so much for
Yeah.
having us. This was so amazing.
Best part of my day. Y'all are so
Truly.
sweet. This was
Awesome.
great.
Yeah. Great having
Honestly,
you.
yeah, great having you. You guys were wonderful. I don't have a lot of great ideas often. This was the rare exception. This is, I pat myself on the back. I knew I was.
Toot your
bringing
horn,
the
Joe.
expert.
Toot it.
Yeah, it was super fun.
Light, is there anything you'd like to spotlight before you get on out of here?
Just my usual things. You can follow me on YouTube at Lightweight Gaming for all of your gaming content. Currently playing through my very first Final Fantasy game, a Final Fantasy VII Remake. And if you like reactions, you can follow me over at Lightweight Reacting. And then I'm on all the social medias at Lightweight whatever.
There you go. And Kyle Stevenson.
Hi, it's
anything
me.
you'd like to
Hello,
spotlight?
sharks.
Hello.
We're like, goodbye, sharks.
Goodbye, sharks. You can find me everywhere at Mr. K Step. If you want to go learn about even more exciting new indies, go check out 61indie.com. The next showcase is premiering in September, so social media, all that stuff, be up to date there. And like I always say, make sure you tell somebody you love them, tell a dev that you appreciate their work, and we love you very, very much. And please, for the love of God, play some indies.
Yeah.
And
Please.
a
Like
six-
everyone
Again.
is on the list.
As 6-1 Indie likes to remind you, make sure you go punch Nazis and play indies.
Hell yeah.
So
Hell
true.
Yes. Oh yes. That said, you can find me, you know where, Mr. Badbit on all the places and all the things, especially Blue Sky. And yeah, make sure everybody, link in the description. No Small Games. They're wonderful. Thank you all for tuning in, and for you two for showing out. Thank you so much. And for the Toddler of the Year, we're shouting out Cullen until he wins. Gosh darn it! Go there. Link in the description. Vote. It's free, and you could donate for a good cause down there as well, and it helps this young lad win. So now it's become about, we got to get him to number one. It's like I'm making it about myself. It's like we got to win this as a community. So with all that said, everybody, we love y'all. Keep your wits about you. Keep hunting and keep playing PlayStation. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Bye.